Hey, today we're talking about Spanish red wines under $25 that I really like and I think you should be trying. I'll also talk about a few that I just haven't connected with. So let's get into it. Hey, welcome back to Drinking It In. I am your host, Chris Casara, and we are here to help you know more and drink better. And this is sort of take two because I realized 4 minutes into the last filming of this video that the camera wasn't on. I probably should just double check. All right, the microphone is connected because, you know, who the heck knows with me. Today we're talking about my favorite Spanish red wines under $25. Wines from Spain continue to be very affordable, right? And I think that the quality of the wines that you get from Spain is generally overlooked, and I think you can get some great values out there. The wines that we're talking about today are across four main grapes. You've got Garnacha, which is Grenache, Monastrell, which also goes by Mourvedre, Tempranillo based wines, as well as Mencia. Now, technically, if you're speaking in Spanish, it's Mencia, but did that sound right coming out of my mouth? Probably not. So I'm going to continue to say Mencia, even though it's just probably not correct. I'm trying to give you respect by not butchering your language and and maybe making it sound ridiculous coming out of my mouth. So let's get into the wines. No particular order. I'm going to talk about two wines from San Gregorio. This one is a Garnacha, right? I've had good experience with this Garnacha wine. You have to be careful when you're drinking Grenache wines, though, because this one is 15.5% alcohol. And while a lot of the Garnachas, you don't necessarily feel that alcohol when you're drinking it, it's important to understand that Grenache is generally high alcohol wine, and you should be careful when you're drinking Garnacha from them. San Gregorio also makes a lovely Tempranillo. El Vergal, I believe, is the name. So the same way that this San Gregorio is Las Martas, right? These are single vineyards, big vineyards, but single vineyards nonetheless. Really great wines. Two other Garnachas to keep an eye on that I enjoy are Vina Zorzal. You'll see like their little bird on their label. They have a bunch of wines that you've probably seen on the shelves. Their Garnacha is one that I'm particularly fond of. And Honoro Vera Garnacha. This one, actually Vina Zorzal and Honoro Vera kind of, you can see it $12 and under. Just really good everyday red drinkers. Lots of great red fruit, strawberries, that type of family that I'm sure you'll enjoy. I'm gonna go to Jumilla, Juan Gil, silver label Jumilla. It's 100% Monastrell, a big, luscious, just utterly delicious red wine that is, I think, a perfect alternative to some of your California Cabernets, red blends, Merlot, things like that you've probably been drinking the same thing over and over again. The Juan Gil Silver Jumilla, a crowd pleaser, and just one that I think if you have a couple of times, you're gonna be like, it could become your house wine. So just be careful. Or no, that's a good thing actually if it does become your house wine. A couple of Tempranillos talk about Cune, Rioja Crianza, Cune. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Cune, Rioja Crianza. Crianza wines are the base level of Rioja. They go through less aging. They're generally, fresher than something that is in the Reserva tier or the Grand Reserva tier, which goes through more oak aging and aging in the bottle. I've had it a few times. I had it recently, while I was away on business, and just really enjoyed it. I was actually pleasantly surprised. Matsu El Recchio is a Tempranillo-based wine. You'll see their labels have they profile their farmers to celebrate the sort of the unsung heroes of the wine process. This Tempranillo wine was just really delicious. Kind of a mix of red and black fruits, which is kind of I don't know, it's somewhat typical of Tempranillo because it can go either way, and that's why that's why for me, I always enjoy Tempranillo based wines because they're within a range, but they do have some variety, which is something that it's a lovely thing to encounter day to day. I'm going to go to Ribera del Duero, which are again, Tempranillo-based wines, generally bigger in nature or in I guess structure than Rioja. Two that I enjoy are Finca Vallejo and also Emilio Moro. I had done a video, I think, actually I did a video a while back on Emilio Moro. You can kind of go up here, you can do a deep dive, but both of these wines are, definitely more rooted in black fruit with a little more structure because of the oak aging that is done in Ribera del Duero. We're going to go up to northwest Spain now into the Bierzo region. I have both of these here. I probably should have had the bottles with me, but I'm a moron and I'm not prepared. Descendientes de Palacios Petalos, Bierzo. This is one of my absolute favorite wines, period. Favorite red wines, period. Not just in Spain, not just $25 and under. Sometimes this guy gets to 27, but you should be able to get it for around 25. Gorgeous labels. The Mencía wines they're kind of, sometimes people call them Pinot Noir like, but I don't like, to me, I don't know that the more I taste the Mencía wines, the more I kind of get further away from Pinot Noir. They're their own thing, right? They are red and floral and pretty, but you have to experience them, and because they are pretty unique in the wine world. The other Bierzo Mencía wine that I love is the Altrea Saint Jacques, another real winner. A little bigger than the Petalos, right? Petalos is more red and lighter on the palate, where the Altrea becomes a little darker. It leans into the black fruit realm, even though it's still, we'll call it's a dark red as opposed to a lighter red. Those are my favorites under $25. One that I'm on the fence on right now is the La Rioja Alta Vina Alberdi Reserva. The reason I say I'm on the fence with this is I've had a couple of vintages of this wine a while ago. Loved it, absolutely loved it. It would have been on this list 100%. And then I happened to buy one recently, drank it recently, and it was just so over oaked and overdone, like that I was like, ooh, I did not enjoy that one. So I feel like because I enjoyed the first few I've had so much, I'm hoping this one is an outlier. It could be just that this is how the wine has progressed. So I might grab another bottle of that and see whether it belongs truly on this list. But I'm on the fence with the La Rioja Alta. Two wines that I don't love. I don't think they're not terrible, right? It's not like the Josh Prosecco Rosé, which should never be bought. But I find with these two wines, I just never loved them, right? Campo Vieja Rioja, it's yellow label, it kind of stands out. I've had it a couple of times. I just found it very ordinary. Didn't really enjoy it, so I don't know. I wouldn't put it on the list of ones to buy. And then there's also a Garnacha Orsao Tres Picos Campo de Borja. Probably butchered that as well. I found it very thin and just kind of lackluster. So I didn't. I feel like if you're gonna grab a Garnacha of some sort, stay away from Borsao. Gravitate towards Honor Vera and the Vino Zorzal. That's all I got for you. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any Spanish reds under $25 that you like that I haven't mentioned here. Maybe be good for me to explore some of your favorites. Thanks for joining, and I will talk to you soon.